Williams' alleged mistress, Rose Hanbury, and her husband. But did you guys know that her husband was involved in a major scandal? Let's look back into what was going on. Hey guys, it's Murad Maradi. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, click that button, guys. It is daily and consistent content. Comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get into this royal nugget video, a deep dive into Rose Hanbury and her husband. Turns out Will's mistress, Rose Hanbury's husband, has been involved for years with Francois-Marie Bernier, who swindled Liliane Bettencourt, the L'Oreal heiress, out of millions. There was an extraordinary arrest in Paris yesterday of flamboyant bachelor Francois-Marie Bernier, who was accused of fleecing the L'Oreal heiress Liliane Bettencourt of 850 million. The filmmaker David Rocksavage, aka the Marquess of Chumley. Society photographer Bernier has emerged as a central figure in France's embarrassing scandal. But nearly 3 decades ago, a few years before Bernier befriended the cosmetics queen and obviously, swindled her money, he was forging a bond with aesthetic Chumley 50, who was himself worth 60 million and is owner of one of England's finest country houses. I now learn the two are so close that prior to the recent christening of his twin sons, Oliver and Alexander Chumley asked Bernier, 63, to be a godfather. The boy's birth and Chumley's marriage to beguiling Rose Hanbury, nearly 25 years his junior, last year came as a shock to friends, who believed the Marquis was not the marrying kind. Most of David's family had given up on his getting married and starting a family, says one close friend, but he did want somebody to pass on. So there were raised eyebrows when the Marquess proposed to Rose Hanbury, and they swiftly and quickly had children. Dating older men seems to run in the Rose Hanbury family. Rose's elder sister, Marina, 28, is engaged to twice-married Earl of Durham, who is 48 years old. Rocksavage met Bernier around 1983, and they have remained very close ever since. At the christening, he was, I am told, the consummate godparent, taking photographs of his godson and the other guests. So Rose Hanbury's husband was involved in the major scandal where, swindling large amounts of money, and the fact that they've admitted that, of course, I'm pronouncing some names wrong. All of these names, Marquess, Chumley, whatever the hell they are, they piss me off because they're so hard to pronounce. But at the same time, I'm trying my best with pronouncing what I can. It is to me interesting that everybody was surprised that Rose Hanbury and this man got married. In fact, that this man even wanted children, and it shocked everybody. And there were conversations that he is very close with this guy mentioned in France, and that there was some kind of, basically the fact that he's allegedly gay, and the fact that he likes men, and that he only got with her, Rose Hanbury, to have children to pass on the property and everything and his net worth and etc. And the fact that they were shocked that they even had children, and the fact that those children were had swiftly, which would make sense as to why Rose Hanbury would have this affair, because she's not getting it at home, so you got to get it somebody else. Let's just be frank. Let's just be frank for a minute. Let's just be frank, please. The fact that Marquis David Chumley, is not the marrying kind is very interesting indeed. Very interesting. In a twist of fate of weird overlapping circles, it's also emerged that Rose Hanbury first met Chumley partying the night away in an Italian villa owned by shamed Tory minister Lord Lambton. Now, who is Lord Lambton? Lord Lambton, somebody who has family values, privately educated, was sacked after he got caught banging multiple prostitutes and smoking drugs. So for the fact that, this is where Rose Hanbury's man also used to be. It all, to me, is very interesting. Also, Hanbury's knack for entering the orbit of ministers who like to enjoy themselves is quite impressive, because it turns out she also used to be an aide for voluntary nightlife Michael Gove, the absolute idiot of a man. So once we look into do a quick deep dive into Rose Hanbury and a man, we know that he's not the marrying kind. His friends were shocked that they even got married, shocked that they even had children, shocked that the children also came quite swiftly as well. Rose Hanbury's sister also is told to marry older, evidently for money. But the fact that, he seemed to be close with somebody in Paris, in France, for the fact that he was caught in a scandal swindling large amounts of money from somebody L'Oreal, and for the fact that this man, of course, was very much partying up with these Tory odd people who love to bang sex workers and prostitutes and etc. And that's where, this is where Rose's husband is from. And the fact that Rose, is somebody who's tied with ministers and evidently, with Michael Gove, not really surprising that she would now also be tied with William and be doing stuff whilst that Kate was pregnant as well. They all flocked together, guys, and I wanted to give you guys a quick 7-minute deep dive into who is this man, the fact that there are scandals looming around, financially abusive stuff, and the fact that he's been alleged now and rumored to be gay, which, you know, doesn't really give credibility to their marriage and gives all the more credibility to this alleged affair that is going on. Of course, most of this information is alleged, and the scandal is not. It's all documented in there for you guys to see, which took place in 2010. But hopefully you guys have followed me for this entire video, because, you know, it's very interesting when we look at it with a bigger picture to who Rose Hanbury is and who her husband is and how they connected to Kate and William. Now, if anything, this makes me believe there's even more of an affair if there's sex workers involved and prostitutes and having children later, not the marrying kind, fondly close with some men in France and etc. Not really close to your wife, Rose Hanbury. People don't look at you guys as having intimacy and affection. The friends who know them are the ones that are shocked, not us. So the less there is of their marriage being genuine, the more credibility there is that she would go looking elsewhere. Knock knock, Prince William. Like father, like son. That's just how I see it. But make of this what you will. Most of this is alleged. Do subscribe to the channel. Click that button. It is daily and consistent content. Free Palestine all day, every day with my chest. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video.